Hello and welcome back to another Warlords of Draenor video. So today I'm on the PTR and I've actually got some really cool stuff to show you about Garrison Resources and also a new way to get Apexis crystals, so it's all kind of cool. Now I'm pretty sure you've noticed in your Garrison on live that you're just flooded with Garrison Resources. Like sure, in the first 2 weeks they were a little bit sparse, but at this stage everyone's got 10k on their main. And that's really because Blizzard didn't give us that much in the way of interesting ways to spend them. Well, they have somewhat rectified that. So first of all, we've got excess potions of accelerated learning. I just want to point this out. They're not bind on account, and I just would make this suggestion to Blizzard that they really should be. It makes perfect sense to send these down to your alts. Now, maybe if, I don't know, maybe like if the BOA version was a little bit more expensive or something, they just added it in again because maybe 100 would be too cheap for that. I don't know, but there should be some way, I think, to send these XP pots to another character. Now let's get on to the other things that have been, properly added. So first of all, for 1,500 Garrison Resources each, we've got training, or trait retraining things, and ability retraining things. These will let you reroll the abilities and traits of your followers completely independently of each other. I think that's actually really good, because often you'll have a follower that's maybe got, rubbish abilities, but it's got an epic mount, and you're not going to get rid of that, so this is essentially perfect for that. There's also a new ability, or is it a trait? Yeah, one of them. There's a new thing which will increase the gold that you get from gold missions by 100%. So I can imagine a lot of people trying to reroll to get followers that do that. I think that might be a little bit overpowered, but we'll have to see how it pans out. Now, we've also got work order rushes. So each one of these will cost, well, depends on the building size. The herb garden and the mine only cost 300, but the gladiator sanctum, barn, etc. cost 1,000. And basically, this will cost 1,000 Garrison Resources, and when you use it, it will instantly complete 5 of your active work orders. This is dead handy if you are maybe crafting or something like that. Maybe you've got a whole bunch of Savage Bloods queued up and you just really want to get to them so you can craft some stuff. This is going to be handy, and it's decently expensive, so certainly a good use of Garrison Resources. Though I've got to imagine that with all of us going in with, 10,000 Garrison Resources and a few Scavenger followers, this stuff shouldn't be too rare. One other thing that is worth mentioning, actually, is that Scavenger has been nerfed from 200% to 100% Garrison Resources, so it's not going to be as powerful. Now, the other thing, and perhaps one of the more interesting things, is these scouting missives. These are interesting, so essentially, when you click on them, they will give you an Apexis mission for 800 crystals. Now, if I buy this, I haven't actually used this yet because I've heard it's daily, so I don't want to mess up the video, but if I buy this, you can see it's got a quest icon on it, so if I click on that, there we go. Go to the Shadowmoon Orcs at the Pillars of Fate in Shadowmoon Valley and spend or earn some crystals. Now, one thing I actually want to see if I can test out live on the video, which is always a terrible idea because things can go wrong, but we'll see. If I click on the war planning map, and then right, we'll take Everbloom Wilds, let's see if we can stack up the assaults, because that would essentially mean that you could get 1,600 Garrison Resources, per mission done if you can stack them up in the same place. So we've got the Everbloom one, I believe, yeah, Everbloom Wilds. Now if I look through here, Everbloom Wilds, I can't really see it because I sort of need to look through the boom arm thingy of my microphone. Hang on a second, yeah, there we go, Everbloom Wilds, right, so if I click on that, let's see how this goes. And yep, there you go. I now have got 2 identical missions for Everbloom Wilds, meaning I can stack that. Very handy. I wonder if I can use the Pillars of Fate as well. Oh, wow. Okay. What? These can be stacked? Interesting. Why am I running over here? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I will, I'll go and do these, and I'll see if you can just, do as many of these as you want. If so, that's bizarre. Obviously, I don't think, you wouldn't be able to stack them in the same place. Let's see, what about, Scatus? Yeah, we'll take that. Wow. So it's looking like you can do one of these a day. That's a strange balance. That could lead to some very grindy gameplay. Anyway, I'm just going to, pop off, do the one in the Everbloom Wilds, and see if it validates the others. Alright then, so I've just went and done that. I'm back at my garrison, and while everything here has completed, well, it actually appears to be bugged. Essentially, I completed the Everbloom Wilds, and then every single one of these quests was marked as completed. So quite obviously, whatever's going on here, it's not fully implemented. We'll just have to see how they finally do things. I would imagine that you'll probably be able to purchase like one extra of these garrison mission things per day to give you a total of 1,600 garrison, or not garrison resources, 1,600 Apexis crystals. And that does make a lot of sense because there's a new tier of Apexis gear, which is going to cost 20,000 gold. And, well, I mean, there's 6 bits of Apexis gear. Wow, I'm not going to do the maths right now in my head, but it's nearly like 60,000 Apexis pieces for a fully upgraded single bit of gear, so you're doing 6 of those. I just don't know exactly how much it costs, because I know the 3rd or the 4th tier, the full upgrade, is 20,000, but the previous ones sort of vary. Anyway, you're going to be using a lot of Apexis crystals if you want to gear up that way, and this means you can do more of those missions. Though, I mean, I think this is good in that you can get more Apexis, and it gives you more stuff in the world to do. I just don't think it gives you anything that's that fun to do. I would have liked something a little bit different from that, and hopefully in the Iron Docks we will get something significantly different. But what I've always said is that these Apexis dailies are not particularly fun, and they need to do better, so I suppose we'll just have to see how the Iron Docks fares throughout the PTR, and we'll also have to see if it even gives us Apexis crystals. It'll be interesting to find out. Anyway, that is it for me. If there are any other uses for Garrison Resources that you think would be cool, and I'll see you next time.